everybody, Goldie here, and we're back with another round of free-to-play stipulation tour testing. Today is Black Gem Day, so as always, I have 9 different people I'm going to try. Normal and hard mode, I am not going to use promoters. Hell mode, I will use promoters to see if we can 3-star the matches with the people we select, and all of the characters I pick, along with their entourage, are going to be characters that are easily attainable in the game. So even if you're just starting out, like they're people that you're eventually going to get. So it should be doable for the most part. So we are going to start on normal mode with Zombie Kevin Owens. I believe he was the very first zombie we got in the game. I have him 4 bronze, but this is a 3-star build. That's his 4-star move, the Zombie Splash. And for stipulation tours, you're basically just looking for moves that make the most of whatever color gem. He doesn't really have a recycle set, so we're going to go with the 3 moves that make black gems. So the Ghoulish Pump Handle Neckbreaker makes black, the Feral Cannonball makes black, and then his reversal makes black as well. And those gems from reversal should count. I know it says like gems broken during kickout do not have any effect. I think by that they mean they don't deal damage to the opponent, but they'll still charge your moves, and I believe they should work for stipulation tours, so we'll find out. Entourage, super simple. We're just going to go with Lawler and Titus to give us some more black gems. Titus is going to be on like every single character we use, and then MP Trainer will be dependent on whatever move we need. Hall of Fame Bree, while ideal, is not readily available in game. Could always put Santa Hogan on for more damage, but not all that necessary in stipulation tours. So, and I do have my enforcers. All of them are at least 9k, so normal and hard mode, we're getting the most out of them. Depending on who they are for hell mode today, we may not. Again, no promoters for normal and hard. And I guess I should take a peek at my tour perks. So I have level 5 tour perks. So all color moves start with 2 more move points. Matching all color gems charge moves of that color by 1 more move point. This is a really good perk to have. You get your tour perks by completing milestones in the solo contest. Highly recommend grabbing your tour perks as soon as they are available, as they help, especially in stipulation tours when you have to use someone that maybe isn't all that ideal. This one move charge in particular is very helpful to keep people charging up their moves faster, create more black gems, hopefully 3-star matches. So first up, Zombie Kevin Owens. Okay, so we went with Lawler because the blue move is much higher charge than the red one. So you can see with our tour perks, we got 3 starting for everything, 7 for this, and naturally there's no blue or black or red match, so we'll just do this. Didn't cause a pin, but normal mode, you can really use like anybody. Pin as much as possible. Okay, so we'll take that. That'll give us 2k. You'll see that shoot up. Oh, and it charged everything. Right on. So we'll make purple into black. We have 3-starred it, but I'm just going to keep hitting the moves over and over to see what kind of score we can get, because that helps to show how useful they are for the mode, right? I'm hoping he pins us. Or not. Let's do that. Oh, come on. That's unfortunate. I was wanting to see if the reversal would work. Okay, and last turn, so you just want to break as many black gems as possible. All right. So that is test number 1. Let's move on to the second match and do test number 2. Second person we're going to take a look at is Six, the NWO striker version. So he's got a blue move that makes black gems, and then his 2 black moves. One makes row breaks, and then one destroys a random area. The hope is that the row breaks and the area destroy will help to reload the blues. If you had him strapped up, maybe a bad attitude plate, maybe a honky tonk blues plate to reload the blues. But that's why it's called a test. So let's see what he does. We have Lawler and Titus once again. Okay, so don't need a blue match because that's ready to go on the next turn. Let's go ahead and take a black match. And we'll put out the random row breaks. And then the random black gems. All random, but hopefully it'll give us, you know, some hope of board destruction. There we go. And we can put out the row breaks again. And destroy a random area. And this should hopefully blow up a good part of the board. Or not. Or not. That was very lackluster, but we'll at least prioritize black matches in the hopes that, you know, run up the score a little bit. None of those are swipeable matches, unfortunately. That's such an uncomfortable looking move. Okay, charge the finisher, so that works. The alternative would be to use the double purple moveset with black 2 and just put row breaks everywhere and blow up the board. That might actually be better because you get control over what rows you want to destroy. So that might be worth a look at another time. But normal mode did his job. So let's go ahead and take a look at a third option. The last person we're going to take a look at in normal mode is Papa Shango. And for those of us who our main striker for the longest time back in the old days was Bray Wyatt, Papa Shango's playstyle is very similar. So he's got 2 red moves that make black, and then the finisher destroys black. So for this, super simple, Butch and Titus. So we want to prioritize this red match just so both of them are ready to go on the next turn. And does he turn purple into... Oh, he turns blue into black. Okay, so we'll take that purple match instead of the black one. So 9 random blue into black, even though there's only 3 on the board. But that at least cascaded a bit. We'll make some random black gems. Much better. Much better. And we don't have a red match, so we'll hit the finisher. And womp womp. Womp womp. So it's 3-starred, but the recycling aspect is completely gone. We have to take this red match and then who knows? Because we're going to be out of turns. X-Pac would help. Charge up the red moves a little faster, but as it stands, we're not hitting another move. Alright, well, that's it. So 3-starred, but not all that ideal. Maybe at a higher rarity, maybe with a skill plate. But not sure how he would fare in hard mode. Definitely would not do the trick in hell mode. But that's normal mode. So let's keep going. We will go on to hard mode and pick another person to test. Okay, moving on to hard mode of Black Stipulation Day, we are going to try out Masters of the Universe Cena. He was the MLC character when we had the first Masters of the Universe month, and I believe he was given out again in this year's event. So again, everybody should have him. We're going to try the double red finisher build, so make 3 random gems into black, make 3 random gems into row break, and then destroy 4 random row break gems, and hopefully destroy enough to recycle. This is the alternate build. You would basically destroy random black gems to charge up this. This would be ready to go because you're using a yellow MP trainer. Choose 5 gems to make into protect gems of 1 because the point is you're going to turn them into row breaks. It's a thinking person's moveset and very strong. But in terms of black gem generation, this is what we're going to try. So Butch and Titus, and let's see how he does on hard mode. Thankful for that wild card, so we can get this red move going on turn 1. So 7 random into black. Nice, and that charges the finisher up. Random row breaks, and then we'll explode those rows, so we'll get 5 black gems and a red. So again, recyclability is random. And no red match and no black match. Oh, but a wild card and a cascade. Wonderful. Oh, and then he cascades. Wonderful. That's not gonna... Well, that'll charge. But that won't. Unless... Get a red there? Oh, calling your shot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Please fix that. Alright. I'm gonna do this first, and then I'll throw out the random black gems, just in case it cascades. And if it doesn't, we'll hit the finisher. Nice. Alright. That was okay. That was okay. Still wondering if that second moveset might be better. Similar to 6 when we did normal mode. Wondering if choosing what you destroy might be the better play. It would also depend on your enforcers. Because if you have the destroy black gem enforcer higher up, maybe destroying the board is the better play. Again, this is why we call it a test. So let's keep going and take a look at another person. Next person we're going to take a look at is Kevin Nash Big Kev, the NWO version. What we are going to do is run the 2 column break moves and then choose a 5x1 area to swap into black gems. So the hope is that we get to place them over the column breaks and destroy enough to recycle. The entourage for this, I'm gonna beef it up a little bit with some coaches. We're gonna use Drew and X-Pac. So we get an extra column break from Drew. We get more red MP from X-Pac, and then Butch for more starting red MP, and Farouk for more column breaks. So just there's going to be column break gems everywhere, and it's going to be chaos. And we're going to see if the explode the board tactic is going to be enough to get 32,000 points. And I feel like it will be, but for science. For science! So... all these random column break gems. Perfect. 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 Perfect! That's what's up. I totally meant to do that. The hope is that those 2 stay untouched. Or not. Okay, jerk. It's fine, whatever. It's fine. So we got 7 to make into column break gems. And we're going to place a 5x1. So we'll go here. Let's put that there for fun. And then we should get all of the red gems. Ah. Well, we 3-starred it. Didn't recycle as much as we wanted to. But do we have... yes, we do. Okay. there, and then maybe if we get a cascade, we'll go there. We did not. But we charged up our reds. So put out some more random. And another 5x1. Now, none of them went onto the row that I wanted to break, because I wanted to get this red match. It's fine. It's totally fine. Whatever. We have all these random column breaks. I know where to put them. So... I'm gonna randomly do that. And then break, break, break. There we go. Oh, nice! We got the fourth one. Excellent. Excellent.
1, 2, 3.
Well, he just about more than doubled the score he needed, so definitely doable. Definitely doable. We got one more person we want to take a look at for hard mode, so let's go ahead and do that. Last person we're going to take a look at for hard mode is, you guessed it, Bray Wyatt. Trying him in hard mode because I have him at a higher rarity and a bit of a different setup. But very similar to Papa Shango, but since Papa Shango's finisher didn't really do anything for us, I'm just going to put in the eye rake that makes black gems into multiplied gems of strength 2, and then maybe the damage output will help us a little more. Also have the bombshell and the uranagi that make black gems. So Butch and Titus to make more and to start with more red MP. X-Pac to charge up the red moves faster, and then I put Zombie Charlotte on to get she increases the initial chance of purple gems on the board, since we're going to be turning them into black gems. But we also have a purple move that we're going to nerf with it. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Well, that is a poopy board. Take the black badge. Ah, there we go. Very nice. Thank you for taking the yellows. So we should hopefully cascade those two. Nice. And then we'll throw out a bunch more randoms. Also nice. And we can take a red match. Of course. Oh, okay. So we gave us that. Excellent. What's he gonna do? To black. So let's just destroy the black gems for points. Never got to the purple move, unfortunately, but really all that matters is those 2 red ones. Well, what we can do is that. Just to say we used it. Yay! So again, doable.
1, 2, 3.
Shango would be fine if you used X-Pac on him. But those are the choices for hard mode. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to move on to hell mode. I'm going to equip promoters, and we're going to see who we can try to 3-star hell mode with. Alright, so we are in hell mode of the Black Gem Stipulation Tour, and the first person we're going to try to use is Striker Finn Balor. Now, mine is only 5k. I do have the 3 moves max, but he's level 59, so maybe the health pool is a concern, possibly. But I have the 3 moves equipped that make black gems. So green move makes random blacks, blue move makes random red into black, and then blue move makes random purple into black. So the entourage, I've got Lawler, Titus, and Trickster Andre to charge up the blue moves faster. There is no recyclability with this whatsoever. I do have my promoter equipped for 50% more score on stipulation battles, and I do want to also point out that I have 1 of the 3 enforcers at max ability talent level, so we get 100% more for destroying them and 75% more for making them. So that number could be higher. Promoter number could be higher. I don't have a strap. If you did, maybe a honky tonk blues plate to help you. You break green and you get blue, so to help you recycle. For us, the only way we're going to recycle is by swiping, so let's hope that we can just throw out a bunch of gems on the board, and the promoter bonus will kind of pull us over the finish line. So we need 150,000. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not feeling all that confident, but I mean, if you have him built and at a higher rarity, that would probably be a lot easier. So make 10 random red into black. We don't even have 10 red on the board, but that's fine. Barely move the needle. 8 random into black. I'm liking all the green I'm seeing on the board, but we're about to cover up a bunch of it. Oh, excellent. Okay. So second turn, we're already halfway there. Living on a prayer. Just waiting for someone to sing it. 9 random purple into black. I'm pleased with the amount of green and blue gems we're getting on the board as well. Just for us to cover them up, but... yeah, see, and this is the problem that you run into. Is no recycling, and he's gonna... oh, I didn't take the wild card, but... I mean, we could have used that. And now what the heck do we do? So thankfully, Tour Perks and Trickster Andre got that move ready. And he is going to pin us, so he won't get his sub ready. But again, this is where the health pool comes into play. But we're a striker, so not too hard to kick out of. So more red into black, and then that's going to be the end of the match. So Oh, sweet. Okay, excellent. Now it's the end of the match. All right. That was nice. That was nice. I was worried about the score, and we ended up about 52K over, and that's before the promoter bonus. So, decent showing from Mr. Balor. It's just a matter of getting those moves charged because he throws out a bunch of black gems. Nice. Very nice. So we basically... Where's the recap? We basically doubled the score we needed. So that is promising. Again, somebody that everybody has. Let's move on to the second match and try somebody else. Next person we're going to take a look at is NWO 2000 Bret Hart, the Striker. He was given out during the class catch-up event at 4-star, which to me unlocks his more ideal moveset. I know others would disagree. That's fine. They're not making this video. I am. So we're going to run double green. We're going to make 5 random gems into multiply gems of strength 2, choose gems to turn into black, and then swap a 2x3 random array into black gems. Now, I believe at 4-star gold, this goes to a 2x4, which if you had Elias, would basically charge up your finisher every turn. On the fence about how I feel about Elias being considered free to play, so I'm not going to use him. Instead, we're going to use Steel and Titus. And, I mean, the finisher is... Oh, it's an 11 charge. I thought it was a 10 charge. So, even with Elias, I don't think this would charge right away. But, let's give this a go. We have our promoter equipped. And let's try him out. So we can... I mean, if we take this wild card, we're just going to hit the 4 match anyways. So let's just make a multiply gems. Minimal green gems on the board. You'd love to see it. Not. And let's just explode some stuff. Couldn't break a green gem. Could not break 1 green gem. That's fine. It's fine. Whatever. So let's hit the finisher. And it gives us 6 black gems. Oh, you love to see it. Love to see it. And how many are we making? 6? Okay. So 1, 2, 3. That should charge up our green move again. Oh, I love when a plan works out. Toss out the multiply gems again. And for clarity, if this turns into a black gem with the finisher, it doesn't count as 2 black gems. It still only counts at 1, but it just helps to charge up everything a little quicker, and you'll still get a little more damage. Nice. So those multiply gems help, especially if you don't have Elias. Putting out a bunch of random ones. You land on 1, and your finisher will be ready to go on the next turn. So let's do this again. And we'll just kind of go random. Nice. And do that. And then do that. Oh, I think we missed it by 1. Oh, we're about to get our butt whooped. Okay, so hope and a prayer here. Hope and a prayer. Yes, Lord! We did it. No cascade. Get to hit the moves again. Put out more multiply gems. Scatter some black gems. Obviously gonna scatter them where we're not going to cause a cascade. Kind of cover with the multiply gems, actually. And then hit the finisher. Will that get us over the 3-star hump, or do we need the promoter still? Oh, yeah! We did it! Excellent, excellent. Very happy with that result. Man, it really helps when there aren't tricksters as the opponent or people with submission moves. Wow, what a revelation. So Sean comes in clutch with the extra 100K. So 112,000 more than we needed. Last match is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and set that one up. Last person we are going to test hell mode with is Zombie Drew McIntyre. Now, this was the free zombie that everybody got in October, so he is available. I have him at 4-star gold, and we are going to run the double yellow black 2 moveset. So the Scottish Kiss of Death chooses a 3x2 to swap into black gems. The over dead belly to belly suplex makes purple into black, and then the infected bite gains 6 yellow MP. So there's some recyclability here. You're throwing out a bunch of black gems. It should be fine. So Kofi for more yellow MP, Titus for more black gems on the suplex, and then Rikishi in case we need to swipe some yellow to get going a little more. Again, not super sold on Elias being quote unquote free to play, so we're not going to use them. But if you have them, use them. And we got our promoter ready to go. And let's see if we can go 3 for 3 in hell mode. Alright, so that's ready to go on turn 1 with the tour perks. Bap. And choose. Don't want to cover up my yellows. Want to leave them available, even though we can do that to gain 6 more yellow MP. And then that's not going to cascade. Oh, that'll get cascade that. Okay, never mind. That's not going to cascade. Yes, it will. Pay attention, Goldie. Okay. That area move being choose is very helpful. Very helpful. So we'll go there. Gonna cascade, but the yellows are gonna be charged again, and please just keep blowing up the board so we can rack up the score. Thank you. Nice little blip in the recording there. Apologies on the quality. Yeah, let's just hit that for damage. And then maybe we can pick a pocket that isn't going to cascade us. I mean, chances are we're going to cascade, but let's go there. Nice. Very nice. Not going to cascade. So we can take a 4 break, get that yellow gem, and be ready to go for the next turn. This is very promising. Very promising. I never even thought about testing Shamrock. I guess he'd be decent too. Let's get out some more black gems. Excellent. Now this move is going to cascade. Because we've got purple there and purple there. Okay, so do this first. The promoter is gonna get us to 3-star. That's gonna, let's just go there. Good. Good, good, good. And what we're not gonna do is cascade. Manifest it. Manifest it. Turn this one purple gem into black. And then the match is over, so we can put this basically wherever we want. And that's it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen.
1, 2, 3.
So a successful Hell Mode test with Zombie Drew, NWO Brett, and Striker Finn Balor. So I'll be double checking my color clash guide to make sure that those 3 are on there, because I consider that a success and highly recommend them for Black Stipulation Day. If you don't have Zombie Triple H, if you don't have Stunning Steve, if you don't have Randy, if you don't have AFA. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I believe I have 3 more colors to do still. I have to do red, I have to do yellow, and then I have to do a more in-depth blue. So those are definitely coming. So don't worry, I will make sure to have every single color covered. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Be sure to like, share with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified when my next gameplay video comes out. Thank you again for watching, and thank you for being a friend.